Hi everyone, welcome back to the Fat Lady Knits. I almost said the Fat Lady Mitts. No, it's welcome to the Fat Lady Knits. Did you miss me? I missed you. Where have I been? Mini vacation. My definition of mini. Stay away as long as you can till you absolutely have to get back. Um, as you know, I'm stuck in the land of socks. So I said, let me introduce you to the Blue Devil. Well, she's the Blue Devil when she's misbehaving. She's blue when she's working well. And she's Princess Blue when I'm not using her. Right now she's blue, but I really like the name Blue Devil. This is it's not, is it a reproduction? This machine is modeled on the Lycra 400. It's an AccuKnit it's made by Dave Lord in Quebec. And as I said, when she works, she's a dream. There are needles at the front and you can just hear a whisper. At the back, there are no needles. Just as I was about to do this video to introduce her, what would happen? All the needles, the some, I love my bracelet. Something caught on something, the heel spring came, the needles, and I had some ribbing on the needles to show you. Now I just have a hot mess here, okay? So there are no needles at the back, but there are needles at the front. And when it goes past the needles, there's barely any sound, which I love. And her ribber is on. I did this ribbing and it went like a dream. I almost fainted because that never happens. It was the first time. My machine. Let me tell you, when she comes, well, or he comes, whatever you call your machine, she comes with a yarn mass that looks like this. They're the two parts. Let me get it right. I don't use it. That's how long it's been. And you stick, no. Yeah, it goes in here. Okay, like this. And you have this sort of contraption with this to balance your yarn as you go through. It's very nice. It matches the machine and I never use it. I prefer to use the yarn mass from a flatbed knitting machine. Anyone who has a brother or a singer or whatever you have, you will recognize one of these. This gives me greater control over the yarn. I like that. And I have a thing that you just stick it in. I've seen people just drill a hole and stick theirs in. Awesome. Whatever, whether you like this or you like that, whatever works. I have this to work the heel area. You hang it there. You put this weight on it. So it's like this. And you don't, if you hang it right, you don't move it as often as when you use these heel forks. These are nice, they're heavy, okay? And the first time I was like, why would anybody do this so heavy? You actually need it because once you start doing the heel and those stitches start riding up, you need something to pull it down. The machine came with 3 of these and Dave Lord said to me, if you need a 4th, just let me know. With no experience, I was like, oh, 3 will do. Years down the road, 4 would have been better. So if you order this machine and this is what you want to work with when you're working with the heels, get 4 of them. It'll make your life a lot easier. This weight is for this to work on the heel. I use it sometimes to hold the sock down. It's a weight, it works. And this is one of my favorite tools. Instead of a buckle, I use this and I wrap the ribbing or the yarn bonnet around here and I hang the weight here. It works perfect for me. The Buckles and we fight, and so far I have never won that war, so I don't bother anymore. Oh, yeah, this. I like this. It's another thing I don't use, but I like it. Dave Lord sells this brass row counter. It's really neat, but it only goes up to row 100. So that doesn't really do me any good, and then you have to set it back. It looks good on the machine, so I don't bother. Instead, what do? I use a 3-part row counter. I've got a magnet, which is right here. Let's see if I move it, I can pull it. There's my little magnet. It's a little too big. I had a smaller one which flew off one day and I have never found it. So I'm using this till I replace it with a smaller one, because this one is a little too big. It likes to stick to everything. It flies off and I'm searching. Annoying, annoying, annoying. I am going to look for a pack of like 3 little ones and I'll be good. Okay. Now as the magnet goes past this, I guess it's like breaking, a sensor breaking. So the row counter then records whatever number row you're on. And this has 2, 4, 5. So I can get pretty far in terms of how many rows I can do, which is really useful when I'm doing the socks that come over the knee. Okay, what else do I have here? Oh, my 2 favorite tools. A wrench, because something's always loose. A flathead screwdriver, so I can switch out my cylinders. And of course, we have my scissor. See a lot of blue? This seems to be the favorite color of this family. Blue everything. What else? Oh, there's my yarn winder. Just in case I need to wind up a color, I'm working on something and I think, oh, let me add this color, so I can right away wind the yarn that I need. What else do I have here? Oh, and Dave Lord makes this. It's a really long latch hook for when you drop stitches. And Lord knows I am the queen of drop stitches. So I stick it in there and latch it up. But I also use when I don't drop, when I realize sooner that a stitch has dropped, I use the small latch hook from the flatbed knitting machine. That works well, but it's only for maybe 3 rows. Beyond that, the shaft is too short. And also from my flatbed knitting machine, this came when I bought the ribber. I guess it's also for picking up stitches. So when I can't find this, my favorite tool, can you see that? For picking up, yeah, there you are. For picking up drop stitches, it has 2 ends. I never use this end. I always use this end. And there was a grip in the middle, but it's mine, so you know something happened to the grip. Don't ask me what. It's just not here. And I thought I would have some yarn and I would demo and I would thread up and again, blue. We really like blue in this family. But anyway, I hope you've had a chance to see the Blue Devil. If you're ever thinking of acquiring a circular sock machine, anyone will do. They all basically do the same thing. You like what you like, but it's a cylinder making a tube. Not that much of a difference, okay? So this has been the Blue Devil. And today, or at least yesterday, she was blue. I don't know what I'll be calling her tomorrow. I could think of another B word if she misbehaves. But for right now, she's blue. Oh, my lamp. I forgot. Here, I've got this lamp. It's really flexible, which is good. I have 2 of these. This one has the, what's that? Magnifying glass still in it. The other one, I took it out. This is my traveling one. The other one is on a table that never leaves the house, and I took out the glass because I got it into my head that one day the sun, because the machine is in a room with a lot of sun, the sun would hit it and there'd be a fire and my machine would burn. My yarn would burn. You notice I didn't mention anything about the house? See what I'm worried about? Yarn burning, the machine burning. But this is really awesome. But any lamp that will give you the light you need, especially when your eyes are not as young as they used to be, really helps. And if you work with dark yarns, which I tend not to do, this is really, really helpful. And I think, oh, I was going to say, and I think that's it. But when I'm working, I also have Lycra. This one I find expensive for the amount that you get. But if you only make a few pairs of socks a year, this is fine. I have a really huge tube that I purchased from eBay. I can make socks for the galaxy with that tube. And oh, last but not least, this is, what do they call it? Ah, it's right at the top, the sock rule. Oh, it doesn't say sock ruler, just sock rule. This, it doesn't matter whose you get. Just be consistent in how, look how blown out that is. Just be consistent in how you use it. So don't use one by one person and then use one by another company. Your socks will never match. And the trick I found to this, whatever measurement, write down the rows that you use to make the sock. That way, when you go to make the second sock, just follow the written directions, because sometimes you don't realize it, you're tired, you don't push it far enough, you push it too far, and you end up with a sock that's longer than the other. So if you write down what you did the first time, using this, it's not a problem. But they come in really, really handy. And after a while, when you make certain sizes over and over, and you use the same yarn, you know where you need to stop. But if you're a beginner, this is really, really handy. Okay, and I think that's it for the Blue Devil. Till next time, thank you so much for being here. And if you like what you saw, please take a moment to subscribe and hit the little bell. It will let you know when a new video has posted. Okay, I'll catch you next time. Bye-bye.